Just listen what's called the years, the word of the guy who was hated by the god of failure. Just lean. Just listen what's called the...
Hey everyone! We're playing Extella for the first time since last year. I don't remember how to play it. But I think it's funny that we only play it once a year. It's a long game, too, so... if we ever beat it, I'll be incredibly surprised. How goes the password changing? Oh, I did it as soon as the stream was over. Thanks, Kolnek. I'm glad we were able to catch that. That may have been a disaster. In the making. Not gonna lie. I hope everyone enjoyed the Andy takeover, though. I read a little bit of the end of chat, and it seems like people were into doing another takeover. So we'll see what happens. I can't do Story of Castor yet. I'm so sad. Fate Extra Caster is my favorite. That's her. This is Tamamo. This is Tamamo no Mae. She is my favorite Fate servant. There are 9 of her. Cause she used to have 9 tails, but then like, in order to repent, she went back to 1 tail, but all the other tails became different Tamamos. So there's like Tamamo no Mae, and there's Tamamo Cat, there's Tamamo Veach, there's Tamamo Gucci. Oh, in the new Fate Samurai Remnant game, there's also Tamamo Aria. She's like Tamano, though. Let's talk to Saber.
まずまず順調に進んでいると余は思う。しかし、これは聖杯戦争とは違う。領地を取り合う大戦だ。
Thanks, waifu.
余はそなたの体が心配だ。無理をさせて。
I don't care about my stinking body, it's fine. Proceeding well enough. That doesn't sound like Saber. She sounds pessimistic. Like she's holding something back. My memories are still a blur, but I know where I am now. And that can keep pressing on if she needs me to. Doesn't accidentally dox Carson's Twitch info, real eventual start? Absolutely.
推しの強さかつてない。だがそれが良い。いやも気を使いすぎていた。そなたに恐れがないのなら、あとは敵を蹴散らすだけよな。そういうことなら任せるが良い。
So this is Emperor Nero Claudius.
千の敵を切り払うゆえ、よう褒める礼句を
And
考
she's my
え
wife.
ておくのだぞ。
Did you even realize before I mentioned the stream key? Sort of at the same time, actually. I typed to Andy, and I looked in chat, and it was like, oh, hey! Chat can see the thing. Hi, chat. And I looked up, and I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute, there's my login info. And yeah, I think around that time, you mentioned it in chat, too, so... I thank Saber for her concern. She answers with a smile. Honestly, I'm not completely at ease over my own well-being. But with Saber nearby, I know I have nothing to fear. New content add to the gallery.
しかし、いくらか気になることもあるのだ。
Also, I have to end on time today. I have a meeting.
覚えていようが。
Possibly one of the last production meetings until I'm done school. By the way, I got my student loan. So I am going to be going back to school in September. With an asterisk. My student loan doesn't cover living expenses. So I'm gonna have to figure out how much I need to work in order to pay rent during school. So streams are gonna be interesting. What? Yeah. So, I've been planning to go back to school for the Working with Directors course that it offers. And what's great about it is I'm able to get enough hours in order to get a union credit. And those are really, really important. Because I need a certain amount of hours on set in order to join the acting union. And this just lets me do it straight out of school. I'll be able to join as an apprentice. I need 2 more union credits before I can join union completely. Kind of dumb. I mean, living is a part of going to school. It is. Because my school costs like 10 grand and I'm getting 13. So they're like, okay, for the entire time you're in school, you got 3 grand. And my rent in September is going to be $1,080. Not even including utilities. Hey! Nice to see you, Zarin. Give me 1 sec. I realize that I don't have you on a certain list, because... Where are you? Community. There we go. Okay. Add new. Boom. Is that the NECA or the... Choga... This one's the NECA one, and it is... 2 feet tall. I'm balancing it while I'm trying to get the, there we go. Yeah, it comes with... I don't have the chain sword on me right now, but, it comes with the chain sword, and it lights up. Yeah, I've got a lot of, right? It's so pretty. My, I mean, Dingo and Felix got it for me for Christmas one year. And, I've treasured it ever since. I've got, like, a bunch of stuff around me right now. Like, my little Mechagodzilla. And, my little Firefly. I've got Kamen Rider Decade that I built on stream. What else do I have around here? I mean, I have Forza. Just hanging out. Sips and sneeze. There we go. I've got a Deno on my alarm clock behind me. I got a lot of different stuff. If I were to give a tour of my room, you'd be impressed. Yeah! How does that go? It goes like... Violently becomes a friend, right? Man, Forza is one of my favorites. I actually... Where is it? Should be around here somewhere. I have Kamen Rider Forza Sound States, which is the album with all the Kamen Rider Forza music on it. But I don't know that I have it easily accessible, because it is behind my ring light. I just accumulate cool stuff. My room is like a museum. I mean, like, okay, hold up. I've also got... there we go. 2017 Power Rangers movie helmet. And Majora's Mask. The 2017 Power Rangers movie absolutely deserved better than the reception it got. I thought it was fantastic. I know that a lot of people didn't, but this isn't their stream. There we go. Was the first Kamen Rider show you ever knew about? Came out the same time as Transformers Prime, and that was a good year for getting into shows. Absolutely. I got into Kamen Rider in 2016, just before I went to Tokyo. It was a good time to go to Tokyo. I got a bunch of merch while I was there. I got the Forze driver. I have the O's driver. I got the Double driver in 2018. Man. But yeah, nice to see ya. For those of you in chat who don't know, Zarin Scribbles is an artist that I found on Twitter through Fool's Gold, because they made a 4-claimer rider. And I drew a ride watch of their 4-claimer rider. And then we followed each other. But their art is fantastic. I wonder if it'll let me plug it. But yeah, Zaren's gonna be joining me on Wednesday for Shin Kamen Rider. So, there we go. Found she has since evolved into her own thing. Hell yeah! 4-claimer stuff was a big part of the inspiration. Mm-hmm. No, I'm glad to see like characters grow, honestly. That's part of the reason I'm writing a sitcom pilot, because I want to write characters and then cast them and then see how the actors impact the change in the characters. Oh. Maybe she's holding me prisoner. First go at trying to do something out of their own. Power Rangers didn't rely on Sentai. Exactly! And I think they succeeded, even with the goofy Dunkin' Donuts or Krispy Kreme whatevers. Like, they did a good job. I think maybe, like, Goldar was kind of weak because it was a CGI monster, but that's sort of on brand for the medium. I don't know, it was a really good movie. I wish I had my Blu-ray. Maybe when I go visit my parents, I'll bring it back with me. I don't think that's the issue. Castor was certainly antagonistic, but I don't think that she would treat her master like a puppet. I'm mostly going by my own gut feelings, but Castor seems very prideful. And if she had to use magic to cheat her way into love, that would cheapen it below her standards. Castor doesn't seem like the kind of woman who would ever do that to herself. Then again, using magic to cater to her physical needs, she might say, "That's a different story, Nico." I love Castor, I don't know what Nira's talking about. I think a couple of things could be tightened up in the script, but you like that the Rangers are just normal kids with problems? Exactly! Like, they embrace the teenagers with attitude vibe. And their attitude was like actual, like, stuff that they were going through. I was well beyond being a teenager in 2017. That was, let's see. That was when I was like 24. I should go easy. I haven't played this in a year. But yeah, I saw that you were, finishing up Geats at the end of the night. We just finished it on the watch parties, and I hope you like it as much as I do. I think it's one of my favorite seasons now. You've never played Fate? So, Fate is actually kind of ingrained into the channel history here, because so the start of this stream was actually me live tweeting about playing Fate Stay Night, the visual novel. And I got through the first 2 routes before someone was like, "Hey, you should stream this." I'm like, okay, you know what? If enough people want me to stream it, I'll do it. So I started streaming with Fate Stay Night, and that's part of the reason that we play a lot of visual novels on the stream. because Fate Stay Night is a visual novel. And we played through the Heaven's Feel route, and it was fucked up. I got maybe between like 0 and 2 viewers every time I went live, but God, that was a wild ride. And yeah, just sort of pushed forward from there. And I started doing variety, and people just started watching, so. Fate is a lot. I will say, once you get through the story of Fate Stay Night, like whether you play the visual novel or watch the anime, every other part of Fate is accessible, and it's self-contained. The game that we're playing right now is based on Fate Extra, which was a PSP game. And it's sort of like similar rules to Fate Stay Night, but in a different context. So by going through Fate Stay Night, you essentially understand the rules of the universe, and every other spin-off is accessible to you. You watched the Netflix one before? That was probably Unlimited Blade Works. Yeah, it looks like it was probably that. But yeah, like, in this context, we're mages on the moon. And we have our servant, and we're fighting for control of the moon. Oh, Apocrypha. Good stuff. Definitely your favorite Raywell rider so far. Saber coming in second. I haven't finished Saber yet, honestly. I have a love for 01. I understand all of its flaws, especially the versus Zaya arc, but like, it hits with me. I kind of separate rider seasons into like stuff that I like and stuff that I would recommend. Because like my go-to recommends for starting Kamen Rider are Double O's, Build, or now Geats. But like, I think some of my favorite seasons were 01 and Wizard and Forze. And people were like not happy about Wizard. But I think it had like a style and a vibe that I was really into. 01 didn't hit for you, but the shoots were great. Absolutely. Like, that's the thing, you know? I think it's a really healthy mindset to be like, I like this. But objectively, I can see why it's not everyone's favorite. Being able to separate, like, objective from subjective is a wild skill, I know. The thought of her light engulfs my imagination. She could be the sun. She shines so brightly, especially when she smiles. I'm not trying to flatter her. I'm not even trying to be poetic. Depending on the circumstances, Saber could match Gawain's holy sword, shine for shine. Though I've heard her compare herself to the Muses, I'd actually place her higher than them. In fact, I compare her to Venus herself. Love a man who enjoys a good donut? Absolutely. And like the little like one-shots where it's just Wizard in costume doing household chores kind of showed the amount of expression that you can have in a suit like that. What comes to mind is Hurricane style doing laundry. You want to do suit acting so much? Absolutely. I actually, starting school in September, and hold on, I'm gonna bring up my schedule really quick because it's great. Let's see. I think I have it in this Gmail account. Oops, wrong one. Should be in this one. And then Joe sent my schedule. Oh, okay, it's a zip file. I'm committed to this, though. I want to share my Term 1 schedule with you. For my Working with Directors class. So, I've got... There we go. Character Foundation, Advanced Acting for Camera, Working with Directors, Advanced Movement, SYSREH, that's some sort of rehearsal, I think. And then I've got Fighting Choreography. Every Friday, from noon 30 to 3 p.m., I have fight choreography. I'm so hyped. Hey, Bandicoot! Sounds like fun, right? You enjoy the passionate talking about it? Oh, thanks, Kolnick. Actually, Kolnick, if you start joining us for watch parties, we're starting the new season, Kamen Rider Gotchard, next week. So that'll be like, you start from the beginning, so you know the entire thing. Do you need anything for classes? Also, possible Friday after class stream or work? We'll see. I mean, I got my student loan, but it won't cover living expenses, so I'll probably have to do work. Yeah. I don't know how much it's gonna cover. But yeah, I mean, for class, all I need to do is just come in something that's easy to move in. Do you watch them? You like joining in, but you don't know what's going on? But you probably will? That's fair. Again, we're starting from the beginning of a season. So essentially every year, the entire cast and story changes. So it's literally starting from zero. Next show you need to catch up on is King Oger, and then you want to watch Kiva. Oh yeah, I was only able to get into 2 seasons of Super Sentai. Lupin Ranger versus Pat Ranger, which is hands down my favorite, and Resha Sentai Tokyuger, which was the train one that everyone skipped. But I love the idea that they could change colors. Black Sun, absolutely. Fuck. Black Sun slapped. We should watch that on stream at some point if this watch party works. Let us know if it's just if it's tech or just coffee money. That's fair. I mean, I think what I'm going to do is after the furry reveal, after this bar is done, I'll keep a rent money bar down there, and just anything that people can contribute is appreciated. But I think I'm gonna put a hard time cap on that. Actually, I think November. If we don't reach 1,000 followers by November, I'll do the reveal sometime in November. Just to end the bit. Black Sun was fantastic. Fuck. Got the figure arts as soon as they were up because you love Black Sun and Shadow Moon's design so much. Hope they do the non-rider Kaijin forms. Absolutely. I don't have a lot of SH figure arts, but I've got Kamen Rider Wizard. I've got Forze with the with a few modules, and I've got Meteor. I've also got Cardcaptor Sakura as an SH figure art. Oh, there she is! There's Tamamo.
あなたの爛漫な欲深さには苛立ちを覚えます。血の涙の果てに私が望むものを持ちながら、あなたは
This is what Geets reincarnated into, actually.
関心を取り戻す。この私のマスターを。
Never seen Cardcaptor? It's cute. It's by Clamp, so like the animation is super tight. And honestly, I grew up with a dub, and I don't think I've watched like anything besides the original dub of Card Captors. But it was so cool when I was watching it as a kid. I remember my dad had this this walking stick with an eagle head, and I had like a set of Clow cards. So I used to pretend that I was a card captor and sealing the cards with my dad's walking stick. This design for Tamamo looks cool. Absolutely. Did you know, chat, Tamamo was sealed in a rock called the... I think it's the Seshoseki? And like, it was spewing poison until a priest was like, hey, stop it. Tamamo, repent. And then Tamamo repented, and the rock stopped spewing poison. But she was trapped in this rock, and I think in 2021, the real life rock, because this isn't just a legend, the rock existed. And it was like roped off and had like purification charms on it. The rock split in two. The original Tamamo no Mae was sort of like an usurper of sorts. She's a kitsune, a nine-tailed fox spirit, who seduced the Emperor of Japan and was about to overthrow before she was chased away, and then, yeah, trapped in the rock. Power Rangers moment? Oh, thanks, Bandicoot, yeah. That was a great when you read that. Mm-hmm. I want to watch Dawn Brothers, though. That's based on the tale of Momotaro, which is like one of the classic Japanese kids stories. Yeah, I have Tamamo right here. I also have a Tamamo mug, but I have that packed away, so I just have the Fox mug. Dawn Brothers is great. That's the first Sentai you watched? Okay. Yeah, I've heard that was fantastic. Honestly, like, I just love the vibe of Lupin Ranger versus Pat Ranger, because it's like Sentai that have to work with each other, but also hate each other's guts. So there was a lot of really cool conflict. And, oh god, the theme song for Lupin Ranger versus Pat Ranger. I'm gonna play a little bit of it on stream, just because you have to hear this. It is so fucking good. Hold on. I think this is the one that I should be listening to. Okay. Okay, no, that's not the one. That's split between left and right, and it's weird. No, we'll do the live version, because it's really good. This is so fucking good. Hold up, blue bud. Chase you up. Lupin Ranger, Pato Ranger, it's showdown. Fuck, it's such a good theme song, and the best part, the thing that makes it an absolute banger, is that's two different theme songs that fit together intentionally. So the guy singing is the Lupin Ranger theme song, and the woman singing is the Pat Ranger theme song. And they're two separate songs, but when you overlay them with each other, they complete each other. Like, God, they took the Versus theme to such a great level. Maybe we'll watch Lupin Ranger alongside Gotchard. Yeah, you know what? Starting next week, we're gonna start watching Lupin Ranger with Gotchard. Oh, that's right. So, when fighting's happening, we get sucked into a ring. So, this particular game is a warrior-style game. So we have to worry about capturing territory and, yeah, just making sure that our territory doesn't get captured as well. Unfortunately, it's been a while since I played this game. A year, in fact. So, I'm gonna be rusty. So that's Elizabeth Bathory. She's an idol, but she's also a dragon. I should probably... Maybe I should look at the controls. We don't block on this stream. Blocking's for chumps. I still can't believe, like, it wasn't a pattern that I was cognizant of. But I genuinely just don't block in video games unless it's like a fighting game. Or like the game forces me to. Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything. I defeated Lancer, I'm good. Need more Fox memorabilia? So, it's no secret that I like red pandas, but my mom and my aunt thought that I liked red foxes. So they got me a bunch of fox stuff, and eventually I was like, you know what? Yeah, foxes are pretty cool. I like them. So I don't know if that was just like by association, because like, the people that I loved were buying me fox stuff, or I just like foxes. I mean, I do have a Kitsune, D&D character. So that would do it. How do I swap characters? Hold on. Okay, the Extella maneuver. Yeah, you press A. Okay. You can use your Noble Phantasm with that. Alright, I should be fine. You are a fox enjoyer? I think foxes are cool. I don't know though. It's weird. Like my stream name is Space Shark, and like don't get me wrong, sharks are up there in my like animals I like list. But like that's not the end all and be all, you know? I like foxes. I like tanuki. What else do I like? I like red pandas, obviously. Red pandas are great. They have like no survival skills. And yet they still live. Ooh. Alright. I think I have to go to the place where the green is. Oh yeah, it is spooky in this area. Let's see. Maybe up here? Okay, that looks like the thing I'm supposed to kill. Let's use up a few of these. There we go. Did I kill the plant? Is there more? Oh, there is. Okay. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I really gotta destroy these plants. Okay. Have I killed all the plants yet? Alright, hold up. Alright, so I can expend my command seal in order to just, like, destroy as Saber. But I think that should be, like, a last-minute thing, you know? Probably not the best idea to use that at the beginning of the stage. I don't think I have any code keys yet. Oh, there it is. Alright, plant. I forget how to lock on, too. Alright, let's use all these up. Also, I know that the drunk stream got kind of crazy, and I should probably take a break. But I realized I had a bottle of rosé wine, so I'm just having one glass on this stream. Okay, I think if I go here, actually, I can capture this zone for myself. There we go. How bad did it go? It wasn't bad per se. I just overestimated my limits. So at the beginning it was fine. And then in terms of like content, it got kind of a lot crazy. Before finally I realized maybe I was beyond my limits, and we had to end before Drawful Anime was done. That's why we played Drawful during the Patreon call-in. Oh man. Okay, I don't think I can. But I should probably capture this area. All right, hold up. Where is aggressor? There we go. Oh, Gawain is not doing good. Gawain is kind of hurting. That's fine. Let's just take care of Karna. Now this looks like an anime character. Alright, I'm gonna use a ton of these. Just the full bar. Seems like it ended early, yeah. Oh, low battery. And we've still got a bit over an hour left. There we go, now I'm locked on. Okay, Karna, come on. I know you have to stall so that all my bases are destroyed, but like you can be less obvious about it, you know? There we go. I thought that said cancer defeat. I was like, great. Now we can live a few more years. Alright, generic aggressor. I need to find 2 more of you. There we go. Yeah, we're in danger. I get it. I know that we're not doing great. A plant has appeared. That's an actual problem that I have to deal with, because they spawn enemies like nobody's business. But I've also got to secure this zone. No, my battlefield strategy is absolute bunk. Oh, but we got a bet. There we go. CEO cancer is no more. Can we get an amen? Okay. If I go over here. Take over this area. Where's the key? I think I have to take out the aggressor first. Bye-bye. mind to drink water more than usual? Absolutely. Except I was too drunk and saw a drink. So some of those drink waters were not waters. Okay, there has to be another aggressor, right? Drink fire water? Exactly. Some of those waters were spicy. Come on, let me up there, please. Oh. Of course, yeah, it was over here. There we go. Okay. That one's done. Now I just need... So it looks like I need to do zones 2 and 3. Zones 2 and 3. Oh, and 4. They all have keys. Again, it's been a year since I've played this, so I have no idea what I'm supposed to do other than beat people up. Okay. Oh, I don't feel bad for our enemy. I'm incompetent. Alright. Is there an aggressor here? There is. I'm sorry, I can't have you in my house. Mom says that I have to have everyone leave by 3. And it's 5:47. So, it would really help me if you just weren't here anymore, aggressor. Man. I didn't go to friends' houses as much as I should have when I was a kid, you know? I spent a lot of time at my house playing video games when I should have been at other houses playing video games. Alright, is there another one of you? Come on. I don't see another aggressor. Why isn't this zone 9? Alright. Oh, because there's a plant. Okay. Yeah, plants kind of suck. Alright. I got some of them. Oh, that's the reason I left some bar. I may as well just use all of it. I need these guys gone. Okay, so Sector C was brought down. That's not great. Oh, there are a couple of aggressors here, okay. My health is looking pretty okay, though. You know what? Let's play as Archer. Let's see what Archer does. It's funny, because he's Archer and he uses swords. But if you play Fate Stay Night, you'll understand. He's also nameless, but he's not nameless. He has a name. I don't dare spoil it for you, though. Because Fate Stay Night is a legitimately fun and good story. So I encourage you, like, at least watch the anime. If you're over the age of 18, because there's some spicy themes. Okay, so it seems like I have to crush every sector. Or at least enough where my key meter fills. I wonder then if I have to just destroy enough enemies for an aggressor to appear. There they are. Oops. Okay. That did a little damage. Alright, it's feeling like Archer's a good character to play as. Also, I think that's my plan. I'm not 100% certain. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Yeah. There we go. Oh, I don't even have any bars. Let's see if Saber's a better pick for this. Come on, Nira. Oh, I got some drink! That means I can do this. Remember, when you drink juice, you're able to just kick ass. Pop open a Kool-Aid jammer, Capri Sun, whatever your poison is. Chug it down. You're like Popeye with spinach. Can't confirm. Thanks for the drink actual water. Ooh, I needed that. All I've been drinking is tea and wine. I'm like Maximilian Pegasus. Ooh, fine wine and black tea. The perfect accompaniment to Fate Extella. So I live in a city that's kind of old and kind of small. And because of that, my tea store has been going since like the 1800s. Like, they were probably served by the British East India Company. That's how old my tea store is. Very cool, yeah. I don't know how I would, like, how it would go if I sent tea over the border to the US. But it might be fun as a as a sort of like raffle or something if I just send people tea from my local tea store. Oh, I'm gonna have a bento. God, I could kill for a bento. I haven't eaten dinner yet, and I have to have a meeting at 7 for my production company. So I think maybe I'm going to turn the production meeting into a dinner meeting. I just have to be mindful because I have to be mindful because one of my friends who I'm running it with, he's vegan, so I gotta make sure that there are options. Portal has appeared. Great. I'm gonna go around the map. I don't think I can see where the keys are for me to unlock my Noble Phantasm. I might actually have to, because I want to show off a Noble Phantasm during the stream. That's arguably one of the coolest parts of Fate, is that each character has their own, like, super attack. But most characters in Fate are actually based on, like, historical or mythological figures. So their ultimate attack will actually be based on something that they're famous for. So, like, what's a good example? Like, Cleopatra has a snake. King Arthur has Excalibur. You know, those are some good examples. But you've also got, like, they decided that Abigail Williams, one of the snitches during the Salem witch trial, was going to be possessed by an eldritch abomination. It's like her ultimate attack is kind of like an outer god. Vlad Taylor had the vampire thing? Yep. Are you still working at the cinema? How's that being with the film? So actually Sunday was National Cinema Day. And because of that, we were super busy. I was working in the box office, so it was pretty easy, but like, because of Barbie and Oppenheimer, apparently it's the busiest that we've ever been. Like our record in our overall record for the theater was set in 2018 with, I want to say, like 1,600 people. And for the opening of Barbie and Oppenheimer, we beat that. We got, I want to say, it was 1,800? Brilliant with the Salem Witch Trial reference. Absolutely. Yeah, Fate is really cool. It's such a big media franchise that in Japan, they actually use Fate to get people to read the sources. So like Edmond Dantes from the Count of Monte Cristo was actually drawn in Fate Grand Order by the main artist for Danganronpa. So that made Edmond Dantes kind of popular, so they used the Fate version of him to get people to read the Count of Monte Cristo. Similar thing with the Ulster cycle. You know, King Arthur is the face of the Fate franchise. And they used King Arthur from Fate to get people to read about King Arthur. Yeah. No, it's honestly a good way to get people interested in classical literature. Love Japan's love of literature. I mean, honestly, like, it's a good place to draw from. Like, Arsène Lupin was a set of, magazine stories that I think started appearing in the 1910s. And that formed the basis for Persona 5. Yeah. One of the ideas that I had, because like, you can't just be an actor, you know? A lot of times when you're an actor, you spend most of your life unemployed. Do I have an article about that origin? I mean, you can find a lot of different articles, but if you want to read the original Arsène Lupin stories, you can pick up a book. Where are you? There we go. Arsène Lupin is actually the progenitor of the entire genre of Phantom Thieves, you know? But here's just like an example on Amazon. This should contain most of the oh, actually, here's the one that I own. Perfect. I'm pretty sure this is my version. Oh. It's getting me to sign in. Sorry, folks. After the Andy takeover, I had to do some resetting. So, oh, that's actually. Oh, give me 1 sec, actually. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, folks. I just got invited to take part in an acting class for free tonight. So I'm going to be doing my production meeting really quickly, and then going to take a class. That's wild. Yeah, sorry about the little pause there. I surprised, because that was my acting teacher on the horn, and he was like, "Make this quick, I gotta pee," and I'm like, "Oh, it's all right. I'm also in the middle of a stream, just a different kind." There we go. That's Arsène Lupin. It's 6:06 p.m. right now, so I got 2 hours. In fact, I'm going to send a text out to my production saying, "Hey, I got invited to something at 8." There we go. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. Got another streamer friend into the Persona 5 series, and he's also a JoJo fan. Well, it's interesting, because the Persona series actually takes a lot from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Because JoJo was invented in the 80s, and they have this concept of stands, which are metaphysical beings that manifest from your inner fighting spirit. But they have to be awakened through, like, a specific event. Not unlike Personas. So I'm pretty sure that the Persona series got inspiration from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Because Shin Megami Tensei, what Persona is based on, also came out in the 80s. But was more about, like, it was kind of a monster collecting simulator, like Pokemon. So that's the connection? Exactly! That's why a lot of people who like JoJo like Persona, and a lot of people who like Persona like JoJo. So, you know, if you're on the fence about getting into JoJo, and you like Persona, you might find that there's a lot that you might like. Oh, you're welcome. Sorry. I know I should head for the portal, but I want to capture all the zones, just to say that I did. Honestly, this game's great for chatting with you guys, because, like, it's just mindlessly hitting things. Alright, let's head to Zone 3. You know, I say it's mindlessly hitting things, but I was in a really dire situation at the beginning. I was steps away from losing. But then I remember that this is a Warriors game, so... Okay. Where are you, aggressor? You're acting real sus. There we go. Okay, I think I'm gonna actually be able to capture all the zones. There we go. The other two aggressors have just appeared. So now I just need to end them. Now I'm glad that it's Fate Extella and not something like Dark Souls or, God forbid, like an 80-hour RPG that we're doing once a year. At least with Fate, like, the battle mechanics I can get into easily. And, like, plot-wise, I vaguely understand what's going on. There we go. I own everything. Alright, let's go to the portal. Everything the light touches is mine. Now we're gonna go fight Scar. Just kidding, it's Tamamo, I love her. I know I set this to easy, and I'm glad that I did. It's alright, Tamamo. I'll make sure that this ends quickly. Actually, I wonder if I can get the final key to Noble Phantasm during this fight. Just by kicking all sorts of ass. Okay. I forgot about this. Not gonna lie. Didn't realize that this was a thing. She gets an Aruto. Because we outfoxed her. Aruto Janaito! There we go. Hey, I won. I did pretty well. I killed 7,567 enemies and had a max combo of 2,693 hits. I took 48 points of damage. Thank you, easy mode. All that means nothing to me because I'm not going to play this for another year. Oh, but I drank 6 bottles of sake. That's like me on Friday. Alright, good job, everyone. We did good, team. Okay. Join my side, please. Yeah. Fate. The origin of the Fate series is actually in porn. I should know. I forgot to turn it off when we were playing it. So there's a number of ecchi themes still ingrained into the identity of Fate. Though thankfully it's not explicitly hentai anymore. The origin of what? The Fate series. So the game that we're playing, Fate Extella, is based on an eroge, called Fate Stay Night, which we played on stream. And it was really interesting because the writing was good, but the erotic parts weren't. And a lot of people latched on to like the really cool world building and story. And then they were like, you know what? Let's just not make this erotic anymore. Let's make like an actual franchise around this. So they made a version for the PlayStation Vita called Fate Stay Night Realta Nua, where they subbed out all the erotic scenes with even better, like, not erotic scenes. Like, exactly, let's have fan service, but not an eroge. But, I think it's hilarious, because, like, as someone who witnessed the eroge part, it wasn't well done. I am no stranger to spicy content. I also think that the rest of the game was a lot better. And I have played some good erotic content, let me tell you. Like, I do not pretend to be this chaste Christian Minecraft server streamer. But, like, I'm glad that it drifted away from that. I understand. It's natural. It makes perfect sense. Carson Cross, the other May, steps between the fallen caster and Saber's blade without any hesitation. The other me, by the way, is Cannon Carson. Cannon Carson is standing in front of Tamamo right now. The body that you see on camera right now is but an after image. I'm defending my wife. Kind of like the early days of Tomb Raider. They tried to sexualize her, but then the games grew and they realized they had a great adventure. Absolutely. And that's why I really like the reboot. The first game. I didn't play Shadows of the Tomb Raider or the other ones. But, like, Tomb Raider reboot. I absolutely loved. Carson's just too fast. Exactly. By now, I think I've come to understand. The Carson standing there truly is me. If Saber had fallen, I would have done the same thing. That's how I know for sure that he is the other half of me, and that he truly is Caster's master. I would never do that. God. I'm so dumb, pretty, but dumb! Well, I know one thing. The other me is cool. You didn't force me. Wait. You didn't force me. It was fun. Castor's partner understood her needs and trusted her without hesitation. Yeah, you missed most of it, Mayhem. I'm sorry. Still have to find out if, there we go. If I have to go straight after the stream or not. You see what I mean about... Yeah. That's just how it be. Played Rise of the Tomb Raider first and just got back into the first game a few weeks ago. Figured you'd set one gaming goal for yourself this month. Absolutely. Yeah, sorry you missed it, Mayhem. One thing that you did miss that I will recap you on is I have set a hard end date for the reveal. Either we hit 1,000 followers or sometime in November. I want it to be done before Christmas. I can see the bloodlust fading from Saber's eyes. Castor and her partner have a bond, just like Saber and I do. And just like ours, it's invisible and unbreakable. Even I couldn't cut that bond. And this is myself I'm talking about. And Master, or maybe even more than that. Sorry, Servant and Master, or maybe even more than that. To try and tear them apart would be boorish and wrong. That's how I see it. More of a light spice print than visual, but there's no mistaking that you. Yeah.
生きるも死ぬも影に回るも二人の定め世もつ平坂の果てさえもかつて狭間で告げた言葉今ひとたび最後に言わせてくださいな私は幸せでした待て勝ったのは世だぞここは花吹雪と歓声が鳴りやまぬ場面であろうなのにどうして我が奏者と貴様の最後の告白をたっぷり見せつけられねばならんのだ
Because we love Castor
そうは言われましてもご主人様が私と共に倒されるというのですから私も涙を飲んでよちらり
Cheers and confetti. I like Nero's great. Nero's got a great personality. They're all based on historical figures, so she's actually based on Emperor Nero Claudius of Rome. The stare.
ということはつまり分かっているくせに問うでない王としての勝負は世の勝ちだがサーバントとしての勝負は貴様の勝ちだ
She's pulling out the Kisama. That's the version of you that you use when you really don't like somebody. There's also like Honore. Or like Temme. Japanese just has a lot of different ways to refer to somebody, but like be aggressive about it.
他に手立てがないものか探ってからでも遅くはない。
Kind of like Chibi's? I don't know. The hierarchy that I know of for the Japanese way of saying you is like, if you like someone, you use kimi. If you're like just referring to somebody, you say anata. If you kinda don't like them, you say omae. If you really don't like them, you say kisama. And I think, like, if you really don't like them, you say, like, onore or temme. Or, like, if you're really wanting to land, you go, like, temmero.
要は寛大な皇帝にして神王である。ゆえに
Seeing the cutesy version used in anime comedies, didn't know if it was a visual thing. Yeah, Chibi is a visual style. You're welcome, Archimedes.
Shame システム技師たる私の固有スキルが必要となります。そのためこうして馳せ参じた次第ぶしつけをお許しいただきたい。
He's got really fluffy hair.
それは構わぬが気を流行らせたか。2つのレガリアを持ってすぐに戻るというのに。
The dislike example was more of a verbal thing? I've always understood Chibi to be like a visual thing. Like, I'm talking about the ways to refer, like, the word Y-O-U has, like, all these different versions in Japanese. Yeah, there we go.
さあ、あなたのレガリアを速やかに神王へ渡しなさい。どうかお喜びいただきたい。レガリアが一つとなれば、時を同じくして分かたれたあなたのマスターも。
I got a new keyboard because my old one started acting really weird. Like, it started inserting numbers in the middle of typing, and eventually it just didn't work at all. But my keyboard came with, like, this little wrist mat that's just, like, sort of a wedge-shaped piece of plastic that goes in front of my keyboard. And honestly, like, it's supposed to be a wrist rest, and it's kind of nice. I like it.
消滅の危機は免れるのです。今こそ、神王のすべてが取り戻される時。
何？それは誠か？
はい、無論です。いえ、当然の帰結というべきでしょう。
So does that mean that we're taking away Tamamo's husband, or are we becoming Tamamo's husband?
待って、待つのだ。ならば、今ひとたびキャスターと話さねば。すまぬキャスター、そういうわけだから我慢。いいえ、冗談はそこまでです。大事な人が消えると分かって、誰がおとなしく従いますか。セクなバカ者。なんかこう、いい感じの解決策があるはずだ。そうであろう、奏者よ。
I do agree. It's best to stay calm and find an acceptable compromise. But there's a bigger issue. I can't blame Saber or Caster for not noticing, under the circumstances. I'd have expected Archimedes to notice at least, but he must be too wrapped up in his work. That mortifying shadow creeping from behind. Don't! Damn it! She stole me!
貴様、何をしているのです。
ダークエリザベート、本当に諦めていなかったのか、貴様。ダークエリザ、もしくはダークエリ。よっ、 え、いいこと？あなたたちにこれは似合わないわ。だってねえ、あんたたちふぬけたのにも程があるんじゃない？それでも私と同じ半英雄なのかしら？増えちゃった小豚を一つに戻すなんてナンセンス。だって私は何人いても超オッケーなんだもの。
Okay. Sorry, I'm just getting emails about school now.
食事用としていっぱい欲しいぐらいだし。わかる？つまり私が一番信用にふさわしいサーバント
It's
って
gonna be
わけ。
interesting. I might have to figure out how much I have to work at the movie theater in order to afford rent. I have a meeting with somebody tomorrow about it, and I might be able to get a little bit more money, but we'll see.
支配の王権はふさわしい。さあ、誰も彼も平等に愛してあげる。生ける屍になる。
Luckily, my manager at the movie theater is really, really understanding. So, like, when it's dead, he's cool with us working on homework, just so long as we address customers when they come up and, like, get our stuff done. Uh-oh.
なんなのこの光。ねえ、これって私に新しい力が備わる。
I would get that off your finger.
まさか。
I think maybe you won't have a finger, let alone an arm, if you keep that on. All that boasting seems a little awkward now, doesn't it? Nah?
違うの。指輪のサイズが合わないだけなの。私だってメインサーバントなんだから。
You think you kind of know this character? Yeah, I think she's another really popular one. She's based on Elizabeth Bathory, which I think she was like, she bathed in virgin blood. Is she the one that gets Mecha Ellie-chan design? She is, absolutely. I have Mecha Ellie-chan in Fate Grand Order. It's a really cool design. You did? Oh man, I don't think I caught that one. Bathory did? Okay. It was the horns that... Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I love it when things that I like cross over into tokusatsu and make toku versions of themselves. That's why I want to see Blue Beetle. Everyone at the movie theater that I work at says that it's a bad movie. But I think if you go into it with the right mindset, it'll be a good time. One of them actually walked out of Blue Beetle. Okay, it just sort of shut off. What? It's been completely disintegrated. Half the symbol of authority over the moon cell automaton gone. Pretty typical superhero origin story, but that's not a bad thing, and the cast is enjoyable. That's good. I kind of figured that that would just be an origin story. I think a more established superhero doesn't need it right now because of superhero fatigue. You know, if you're gonna, I don't know, what's a really popular superhero that hasn't had a movie yet? Like, if you're going to make a, maybe it's only popular because I like him, but if you're gonna make a John Constantine movie, you don't have to make a John Constantine origin story. But like, nobody knows Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle, I love Jaime. He's great. He's a C-list superhero in the public eye. You'll absolutely nab a figure of the character when the figure arts are Mafex? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Like John Constantine, Keanu? Yeah.
インを交わさせていただきますから。そちらはそちらでご勝手に。セラフの王でもなんでも。
Obscure outside of the Young Justice incarnation? Yeah. Think you seen him in a Batman show once? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they sort of stick him in. A lot of people know Ted Core, but not so much Jaime. Yeah, and honestly, like I like Jaime's attitude. You like if anyone ever plays Injustice 2, Jaime's fun in Injustice 2. I don't think he has a huge part in the story, but like he's a cool character. Batman Brave and the Bold. I think Brave and the Bold, I was growing out of watching superhero stuff at that point. Like, I grew up with Batman the Animated Series and Batman Beyond. I'm kind of aging myself, though. Suit in the movie was gorgeous. Full practical suit with CGI extensions for power stuff. You could feel the physical hits and movement. Oh man, that's great. Honestly, I wish big budget Hollywood movies had more practical effects. That way you can spend your money on the good CGI. Comics, Guyver Dark Hero and Kamen Rider Shin. Not Shin Kamen Rider. Interesting. Yeah, I guess because of the way that the blue, like the Scarab works, it would be more of a Shin kind of thing. Whole reason why they don't is because practical is Union. VFX isn't, but it soon will be. Exactly! And when it is Union, then that means that they might, like, production might trend towards a mixture of both, which is exciting, and I love it. Or they'll go to Canadian VFX, which I don't believe Canadian VFX is Union. I might actually be joining the Actors Union here in Canada. At the end of, at the end of spring next year. We'll see. I'm gonna try and get an agent first and then ask if it would be better if I joined the union or waited for a bit. Because once you join the union, you can't take non-union projects. Hopefully the ones that create CGI will be paid properly. Mm-hmm. Since you were little, all thanks to Jurassic Park. Mm-hmm. That was an amazing way to do it. Not only that, but like... I find that the combination in Tokusatsu is fun and endearing. And then, like, when I watch stuff like Supergirl, I feel like if they just did some more practical effects, it would look a lot better. Movies will be given time and care, and crunch work will be brought down. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't eliminate crunch, just because of the mindset. You know, hopefully in the future, crunch will be eliminated, but you can reduce the impact, and I think that's a big win. Can't take on new projects because of the strike? I actually can't even get an agent because of the strike, because agents want to look after their current roster. So once production starts again, they're going to take priority. They're not looking for new candidates right now. And I probably won't be able to get one until spring or summer of next year, depending on how long this strike goes. His tone is irritated, but his face is still calm. I wonder if anything could break that facade short of the loss of a loved one. It's difficult to know what might be going through his head at the moment. However stoic his expression, he's certainly discouraged and doesn't seem to care if we know it. He must be deeply devoted to his work. Just as I find something to say to him, Saber quietly shushes me. How does it work with theater? Well, I believe theater is different. And not only that, but I'm in Canada. So the whole thing is different. Canadian film actors aren't getting a lot of work because Canada is used a lot for the American film industry. We recently just passed a bill that's going to help the Canadian entertainment industry, depending on if Facebook and Google kind of crumble to demand. But that's actually part of the reason I'm writing my sitcom pilot, is to try to get Canadian content off the ground. But theater, I think, is still going strong. Multiple hats on one person bring back the jobs that used to exist, but studios got rid of to pay less. Absolutely. Like, we are in a late stage of capitalism where it's just wealth extraction now. So giving people more hats and minimizing rules in order to pay people more money that aren't doing the bulk of the labor. I could go on a tirade. The whole Canada content thing going on? Yeah. Like, I was going to get into animation. I stopped animating because I live in Alberta, and the animation I got was soul crushing and not fun, and sucked all of the joy that I had out of it. But I understood that if I wanted to get a job as an animator, I'd also have to be a storyboard artist, and a 3D modeler, and a rigger. I tell her it's okay, that everything will be alright, even though I have absolutely no way of backing that up. Tirades abound? Exactly. Runners in production, how they need to change so that it's more accessible for everyone. It's ridiculous, you can't sit at all. Fuck. Like, if you want to be in a lower rung of film and television production, like, if you just want to be somebody who assists in it, work in craft services. They're responsible for handing out snacks and doing first aid. There's a bit more to that job, but craft services is a good way to be on a film set without having to have, like, incredibly specialized skills. Just imagine a different world line where Carson is a VTuber rigger. Oh, that would be fun. I do want to get a VTuber model going. I think that would be fun, but I want to get the equipment that I need first. Like, I need to get a phone with a good enough camera to handle the face tracking. Gonna start with the PNG or go straight to live 2D or 3D? I'm not in a hurry, so I think I'm going to skip the PNG phase and go straight to live 2D or 3D, depending on how I go. Honestly, like, I think my skills with Maya are transferable to Blender, so I could probably model a VTuber model pretty easily. I hate rigging. I hate rigging with a passion. If I died and was sent to hell to await an ironic punishment, it would be rigging for 3D animation. Because the worst part about it is painting skin weights. Because you have to determine at what level does the joint affect the mesh around it, and what magnitudes. So it's the whole thing of preventing raising your arm from sending a skin spike through your head. After she explained what a runner was, everyone was like, what? That's crazy. Yeah. Rigging like the setting a scene in the animation? No, so essentially think of a 3D model, and think of the skeleton underneath it, right? So you build the skeleton, and then make sure that the skeleton moves the model in the way that's supposed to. So what I described as painting skin weights is, imagine that I have... Actually, this is a good one. Imagine my wrist joint, right? So if you take a look at my wrist... when I move it, it bends the skin around it in a certain way, right? And essentially, imagine there's like bones in my hand and bones in my wrist, and then a joint here. My job as a rigger would be making sure that all those bones work within the model, and then making sure that when they are moved, they affect the model in a certain way. Wish you didn't have to have an art degree. I'm gonna be real with you, Bandicoot. Nobody's gonna look at a piece of paper. Nobody cares if you have an art degree. It's all about your demo reel and the work that you present. It's a plus to say that you went to a school, but it's more like actual work-based. Exactly. Zaren's completely right. So, like, if you're okay learning by yourself, go follow YouTube tutorials or, like, take an online course and just put a lot of hours in. You know, it's more about, like, practicing the skill a lot to refine it as opposed to getting instruction. I'm the type of person that works better in a group school setting. So that's why I take school. That's just how I learn the best. But for a lot of people, like, it's easy for them to just learn on their own. You have a bachelor's degree in art for English with a focus on professional writing. Oh, that's cool. It's something that I kind of wish that I did, because I'm writing, like, I'm writing screenplays now. But my acting school actually delves into that, so I feel like I'm, by choosing the acting route, I'm also tangentially getting some writing training. Even virtual would help? Mm-hmm. Never been to art school, but it's a compulsion for you. You love it, you have to do it, and the more you learn, the more fun you have as the option. Exactly, and that's how you know you found something that you're really cut out for. Like, animation was that for me, but then, you know, I was doing, like, training videos, and not even, like, I wasn't even given the chance to draw most of the time. I was just handed a set of assets and told to make them move a certain way. And that was soul-crushing. I didn't even have time to focus on personal projects, so it became a slog for me. And I've been away from it long enough where I might actually find joy in it again if I went back to it. You know, I stopped animating in 2020 when I was dropped from my contract for COVID. And then I just was like, hey, if you don't hire me on full-time and, like, give me benefits, I'm not gonna do it. And that's when I stopped, and then I pursued acting. Wish you'd done something more creative or got a specialty in literary history, art, etc. if it wasn't gaming journalism. Still looking? Mm-hmm. A lot of this stuff, like, honestly, when you start creating stuff and just putting it out there, people will notice. You know, like, if you want to write gaming journalism, the best way to start is to just start writing about video games. And put it up on, like, a Tumblr blog or something. And put it out, and then people look at it. You miss acting? Haven't done it in years? That's my career path right now. Here, I've got a few minutes. Because, I'm gonna be meeting up for a meeting pretty soon. That was redundant. But, I'll show my demo reel on the stream again. I've shown it a couple of times, but... Actually, I'll show both my demo reels. Because I've got a live-action demo reel, but then I've also got my animation demo reel. I'll show the one out of college, because that's when I had hope for the world. There we go. Just gotta open it up. Where are you? I need... Nope, it's not that one. It's that one. There we go. So this is my animation demo reel. No, that's weird cropping. Hold up. Oh, it's not even cropped weird. I just have to scroll down. There we go. Streamer friend you mentioned earlier wishes he got back into theater. Does quite a bit of voice acting and editing freelance, but it's interesting the overlap, yet wildly different paths people take. Absolutely. Like, I want to be a regular on a sitcom. So one of the things I'm doing is I'm writing a sitcom, and I'm gonna film a pilot, so that I can be like, hey, I can be in a sitcom. This Spider-Man animation was fun. I didn't push it as much as I wish I had. But, here, if I go like this... One of my favorite things is that flip at the very beginning. And I rotoscoped in all the webs. So all the webs are hand-drawn by me. But yeah, that flip... I wish I had him do it in the moon. I think that would have been a better shot, because later on, I have him climb up here. But I think doing the moon at the very beginning would have looked a lot better. Been really skipping words tonight? Been autocorrect in your own errors? That's fair. You know, I'm good at, like, reading between the lines, so to speak. Like, kind of taking context and applying it. Anyways, this is my live action demo reel.
Jesse, don't call Stern. Billy, leave the catalyzer.
Do as he says.
Take your people and go.
Oh, thanks, Bandicoot.
You'd have done the same.
Oh,
Thanks.
we can
Thanks,
already
Aaron.
see that I haven't. Now get the fuck off my ship, dickwads.
I told you we would reward you. Make it count, my friend.
Mom? I have so much to tell you. Is that really you?
Yes. I've dreamed about you a lot since you disappeared. What did you want to tell me?
Good news that douche canoe thinks you're dead. Advantage you. Bad news, with a puss like that, you'll get spotted quick.
So what do you suggest? A mask?
Yes, that's not a bad idea. You are haunting. Your face is the stuff of nightmares.
Like a testicle with teeth.
Yeah. How about a super suit? And a nickname. Something like, The Thing. Shit, that's taken. Cancer Man. Captain Never Die. Fuck.
What?
It's nothing, you know, I just realized I'm never gonna win the,
Deadpool.
Deadpool. Here's to you, Mr. Poole.
But you're too proud or too gutless to take advantage of it.
Gutless? I'm gutless. Oh, I'm sorry. Have we met? I'm the villain in every story, guilty until proven innocent. Even if by some miracle we did change, who's gonna believe us? Huh? I'm sure you wouldn't know anything about that with your little Miss Perfect power suits.
Is that so?
Wait a second. How? What did?
A wolf and a fox are not so different. Maybe they will believe you, maybe they won't. But it doesn't matter. Don't do it for them, do it for you. This is a chance to write your own story, to find a better life for you and your friends. Come on, what have you got to lose?
I don't know, my dignity?
Yeah, well, that ship has already sailed.
But yeah, that was, that's what I got out of college with. So, you know, now that I'm doing another year, let's see what happens with that. Anyways, the fact that that scene is based on an animated movie, absolutely. I took 2 animated things for my demo reel. I did Futurama and I did The Bad Guys. And then I did Firefly and Deadpool. So we'll see what my next one is. I want to do JoJo. I want to be Bruno from Part 5. But we'll see. Anyways, I gotta go do a production meeting for the sitcom pilot I'm writing. And explain to everyone that it's gonna take a longer time because I'm going to school. Shout out to my patrons. Iko Tamago, Austin, Crystal, Marcus, Bandicoot, and viewers like you. Thank you. Tomorrow, we're going to be playing Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney with the usual crew at 8:30 p.m. Pacific. Wednesday, we're going to have Zarin Scribbles on for a Shin Kamen Rider watch party on Twitch. Unfortunately, you're going to have Amazon Prime to watch the movie, but we're working on an alternative where Zarin's going to be drawing, and you can go over to their channel and watch that. And you'll still be able to hear me. We're gonna work on it. I can't promise anything, but if it works, I think that's gonna be a great way for everyone to join in. So big thanks to Zarin for doing a collab with me. And then Thursday, we're gonna be playing Guilty Gear. Johnny just came out. Is the movie on US Amazon Prime? It should be, yes. Anyways. Thank you so much. I gotta send you over somewhere. So go check out Cobalt Sprig. We love him. Well, we love her. She's great. She's so wholesome. And she comforted me after the drunk stream. She told me to have good sleeps. Anyways, give her a big old shark attack, and I'll catch you later. Bye.